Hello everyone, my name is Richie and welcome back to another video. Today join me for another video on SimRail, and today we're taking a first look at the brand new Lords to Warsaw DLC. Let's do it. So yes, a brand new map DLC has just dropped for SimRail, which is I think around about 130 kilometers between Warsaw and Lodz. I'm not too sure how to pronounce it, but today I thought I'd jump into it because it looked pretty decent and it was fairly priced as well. I think it was around about a tenner, which for a map DLC is very, very good. So what we're going to do today is we're going to jump into the main menu. I'm going to show you what you get with the DLC, and then we're going to drive this, the EN57, I think from Lodz to Koluszki, I believe it's called, and have a little first look at this new DLC. So let's jump into it. So here we go, we're in the main menu, and let's have a little look at what you get with the Lodz to Warsaw DLC. So if you jump into Train Driver, you can see we've got a new little tab down here, Lodz to Warsaw, which is a nice little 130 kilometers, I'm pretty sure it is. You've got some key stations, Koluszki, and some other ones. I think that's how you pronounce it, Warsaw. Up until now in SimRail, I've only looked at the Katowice to Warsaw route, which I think is, yeah, so obviously this route connects at Warsaw, and then you can hop over to this one and do down here. So it's quite cool how they're all linked up together. So yeah, if we jump into it, go next, you can see there's scenarios here. So there's 8 scenarios. The first one's an intercity one. And then you've got some regional stuff and some cargo ones too, and a train spotter one as well. You can see they all kind of range in length. So one thing I've realised with SimRail recently is that it's all scenario based pretty much. And then like when you jump into the multiplayer, it's kind of like a built-in timetable. So if you want to do a timetable mode, you have to do it in multiplayer, but you've only got like a set amount of time to do that scenario or that timetabled service. And in these, obviously, you can just jump in and do whatever you want to. Another good thing to note as well, that these scenarios you can do in any train. The 3 that it recommends are these ones here. So obviously we've driven this one before, the EN something or other. But this is the 57. This is the new train, I believe, with this DLC. Well, it's not a new train. It's a new variant of a train that already exists in the game. But this is the new sort of thing you get with this DLC. But yeah, you can see that you've got obviously the intercity stuff. You can run that, you know, long-nosed looking one on this, which I've not actually driven. So we will look at that at some point as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump into this regional service, Lodz Widzew to Skierniewice. I think that's how you pronounce it. We're going to take it from here along the line to Koluszki. I think that's around about half an hour, obviously edited down. So let's jump into it and drive the EN57. So here you go, choose your train. So you can see we've got all sorts of different things here. The EN71's the one I've driven before. You've got the things like the ED250, the Pendolino. But what we're going to do is we're going to do an EN57, confirm in the summer, why not? And then run the scenario without the change of time. Confirm. Here we go, here it is. Right, so we need to get ourselves set up. So, are we all ready to go? I think so. Oh, okay, that's a noise. That's fine, okay. Where's my little things gone? Ah, there we go, I fixed it. So, cabin activation, that's on, that's fine. Is that all in? Forwards, that's fine. Yeah, I think we're all pretty much ready to go, aren't we? I think so. How do you release the brakes? I think it's 9. There we go, that's a thing. And apply some beans. Oh, we're moving. Okay, right, we're doing something. Here we go. Right then, we're moving the train. Thankfully, it was kind of half set up. But this looks really, really nice, doesn't it? Right, we're up to 65. This thing doesn't go very quick though, does it? Got another train over there. Hello. How do you horn again? There you go. That's a funky sounding horn. Right, so our first station of Lodz Widzew, is that how you say that? Oh, I'm not too sure. Is in 600 meters, so we need to start applying some brakes. So, brakes. Yeah, there we go. Slowly does it. Right then, here we go. We're approaching into our first station for today's video, and I can release the brakes because we're approaching into this station quite slowly actually. So let's just keep going to the end, all the way. 250 meters to keep going. So probably just to the right to the end of the station. That'll be fine. Right, keep on rolling, keep on rolling. Let's apply some brakes there. Oh, brakes. There we go. Full brakes. That'll do. That'll do. Cool. Awesome. Right, unlock the doors. Cool. And there we go. This is our first calling point. So we're a minute early. We've got 3 minutes to wait here. Ideal. So where we're going to be calling at today, we're going to be calling at Lodz Andrzejów. Oh my goodness gracious me. I'm going to be no good with this. Do we call it all these? I think PH means passenger stop, I believe. Let me jump into the front and then we can go for the timetable properly. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stations apparently. That's where we're going to be calling out. Got another train there over there. There's loads of different liveries. I really like it. What we can do is run around a little bit. We can run around, and I might even get a little screenshot here, because why not? Let's get a nice little screenshot of this train. Yeah, there you go. Splendid. Looks really, really nice. Let's have a little run inside whilst we've got 2 minutes. Let's get on there somehow. enter through door. There you go. So obviously you can't just walk on, you have to like press commands. So this is the inside, looks really, really nice. It's nice and retro in here, isn't it? Really nice. See, I quite like SimRail at the minute. It's like, I mean, the maps for one are massive. I had a little look at the wiki and there's like a new, well, not a new map, but obviously a map that's been updated to show the new DLC. Looks really, really nice. You look a little bit cold there, my friend. Looks like you need to get another layer on or two. You're quite cold as well. Everyone's freezing. Is there no central heating? I don't imagine there would be. There's a toilet there. Can you go into toilets on SimRail? No, you can't. Right, okay, well, you can't go into the toilet, so if you need the toilet, you can't go in there. Right, maybe we should run back to our cab because we've got a minute to go. So let's run all the way through. Come on. Don't mind your train driver just running through the train. It's alright, it's fine. I mean, I'm doing all this running and I just realised if you press 1, you go back into the cab anyway. So there we go. Right, we can start going any minute now. Our next station is in around about 7 minutes time, so we can get up to full beans, I think. Right, let's think about closing the doors. Can we start closing them now? Let's go. Let's go. Right, we need to release the brakes, which is that one there, and start doing a bit of a throttle. There we go. Right, full beans. Here we go. Here we go. We're on the move. So our next station's in around about 5 kilometres time. So come on, let's do it. Up to 110. Here we go. Here we go. Can we close that window a bit? It's a bit too noisy, isn't it? Let's close that. It's a nice cab. Really nice retro-looking cab. I like the wood finish. Here we go. Up to 80 kilometres an hour now. 30 more kilometres to go. And we are 3.95 away from the next station. Yeah, this is quite cool looking actually. To be fair, I wish there was a way you could be able to pull up a map and see where you're going. That's one thing I'd want to see from SimRail. I know you can look on the wiki and you can obviously look on Google and whatever else. Because, you know, I'd really like to see a map in game and see where our trains are and see what trains are coming up. You know, similar to Train Sim World where you can see like the live map. I would love something like that. Yeah, the scenery is nice around here. Really, really nice. Really nice indeed. It runs quite well, surprisingly, as well, because this is quite a high-performance game. Right, then we're at full line speed, so can we release the throttle a little bit? Yeah, there you go. There you go. Right, we're just 2.5 kilometres away from our next station, so I think this actual service is around about an hour and 20 minutes, so you could definitely spend a lot of time on these scenarios and do them in different trains. That's quite cool that you could do a commuter service in a high-speed train if you really wanted to. Right, we're just less than 2 kilometres away from our next station, so we'll start slowing down in a minute. We'll give it about 25% brake. That should be absolutely fine. I can see the station coming in now. It's over there. I see it. I see it. We've explored 2 of 23 stations on this DLC. There you go. Right, then we're rolling into our next station. Here we go. Here we go. Right. Few more brakes. Few more brakes. There we go. Just 30% brake application. That should be absolutely fine. Right, let's put some more brakes in. Maybe just full brakes it for now. Full brakes. There we go. Cool. Awesome. Right, unlock the doors. And job's a good one. There we go. 1 minute and 20 seconds to wait here as we load up some more passengers. I will admit the maps are quite interesting because obviously this is all set in Poland. I don't know anything about Poland. I'd love to visit one day. And to be fair, this train's quite fun to drive. I've not had any issues yet. So let's close the doors. Press circle on that. Let's release the brakes, which is that one. Cool. All the way. And then we can go.
Ready for departure.
Let's go. 11521 ready for departure. We're going. We're going. Let's do it. Throttle free. I think we need to like slowly build up the positions. Bit similar to the 66. Got a safety system there. So next station is Bidon or Baden or no idea. Bidon. I don't know how to pronounce that. Tell me in the comments. I'm very intrigued to know how to pronounce these stations. We've got 2 kilometres to it, so we've got 2 minutes to get there. So full beans. I feel like this station's gonna be just around the corner, so we'll get to about now. I'll release the throttle and we'll just roll around the corner. I know it's a 110 limit, but we might as well just roll because otherwise I'll overshoot the next station and that'll be a disaster. Right, we're about 1 kilometre away, so maybe just apply a little bit of brakes, just a little bit. Make sure to acknowledge the safety systems. What's quite useful, I tell you what, this train is quite good at telling you when the safety systems are about to go off because you can see these 2 little light things down here. When these go red, that's when you need to press it, so it's kind of easy to drive this. Right, let's slow down. We've got a freight train leaving the station there, look at that. We've got another train coming in there, look at that, fantastic. Nice and busy, I like it a lot. And that's going to be a nice stop there as well, a nice gentle stop. Maybe some more brakes. There we go, cool. Unlock the doors. Awesome, 40 seconds. We're on time, we're doing well here. So how many more stations we've got? We've got 1, 2, 3 and then 4. So we've got another around about 20 minutes or so. So yeah, this is quite fun. And this service would actually go on for another hour. So I think this service was around about an hour and 20. I've seen some that are like 2 hours. The freight services are obviously quite long as well. So let's get the doors locked, lock the doors, brakes are released, and then we can go. Full beans it, half beans it, and then we'll full beans it. So you can see you've got the throttle position, and then you've also got the shunt regulator. So I'd imagine the shunt regulator is a bit like the parallel shunt series in like a Bakerloo line stock, or a bit like the Coupler. I can imagine it's a bit similar to that, the old style of throttle anyway. What's quite cool here is we've got two different sets of lines, so I think they're like freight only lines possibly, and we're like the commuter lines. No idea, I'm just guessing that. Right, I'm going to start releasing the throttle now and then apply some brakes. So let's apply half brakes. There we go. Safety system. There we go. Cool. What's helped is that I've assigned Q to my safety systems. Before I was pressing space, I feel like Q's a lot better. I'm a lot more used to that. Well, we're coming in really slowly here. I probably should have braked a bit later, but it's fine. You know, we're approaching with caution, and that's good. That's good practice. Right, full brakes. Full brakes. There we go. Let's stop there. Awesome, good stop. Let's unlock the doors. Sweet. Yeah, there we go. I'm really enjoying this so far. This is a good bit of fun. Got 19 seconds before we can depart. So I wonder, obviously, because we can just jump into like the free cam, let's say. Can you do like flyby shots? I wonder if you can do that. Let's test that out. Or do you have to be in the front in order to go? Right, doors are locked. Let's release the brakes. Oh, we can't actually do anything. We need to be in the train. Okay, you can't do flyby shots, unfortunately. I would love to be able to do that. So let's release the brakes and apply some power. Let's go. Cool. Our next station in 3.38 kilometers time is Galkovec. Something like that anyway. Safety system. And let's go. Up to 110. Right, we've got a yellow signal coming up, so I need to make sure to be mindful of that. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this so far. This is a good bit of fun. It's a good DLC. We're only scratching the surface today. Obviously, we're only going like 10, 20 kilometers tops. And the whole route, like I say, 130 kilometres. It's a good long route, this. We've got two other trains coming the other way. Look at this. This is fantastic. We've got a passenger train there, and we've got a freight train on the right-hand side there. Look at that. A couple of tones. There you go. Nice and busy. It does feel really busy. I like it. Oh, is this that freight service that we passed earlier on? I think it is. I recognise the back of that train. Yeah, so we passed that earlier on. Nice. Okay. Right, here's our platform. So let's get some more brakes in. Full brakes, kind of. Maybe just half brakes. And let's have a nice gentle stop into this station here. There you go. Right then, there we go. We can unlock the doors. Awesome stuff. One thing I quite like is the freight wagons. All the freight wagons are all like, obviously not branded. So I think these are all like fictional liveries. And these are like fictional sort of brands as well. What I'm intrigued about is that this freight train is at a red and so are we. So have we got priority and that's waiting for us? I'm not too sure how that's fully working. Right, let's get ready to go because we can go.
Ready for departure.
Cool, right, let's release the brakes and let's get ready to go. Full beans, here we go. Next station is just under 4 kilometers, Zakowice, which I think is our penultimate stop. It is. Right, let's go. Let's go. 4 more minutes and 4 more kilometers. Let's do it. Ah, yes, that train must be waiting for us because we're crossing into its path. So there, that freight train, this probably wants to come down this way as well. But because we're a passenger train, I'm guessing we've got priority. Because maybe we're faster? I'm not sure. I'm not too sure how it works. Yeah, you can see that it wants to come onto this path here. But we have the priority. Haha, we're beating you, freight train. Just had a train pass on the left-hand side, which was a complete different livery. So I'm guessing we've also stopped for some reason. Oh, yeah, because I've got the brakes applied. Oh, dear. Disaster. Right, okay. Come on. Back up to 40 kilometres. Right, let's release the throttle there and just roll. So obviously, because it's a 40 kilometre, I'm guessing, I think that means... I don't know whether that's because we need to reduce it down to 40 kilometres in 1.1 kilometres time. I'm not too sure how it works because there's a 60 speed limit in 2 kilometres. In fact, I'm going to apply some more beans because I feel like we're going a bit too slowly. We're going to be late. We're going to be late into our next station. Yeah, I'm going to start speeding up because I think the 40 is after that limit, I'm guessing, after that signal. To be fair, I'm saying all this, we have got a station coming up as well in 800 metres time, so maybe we should start slowing down for that as well. Right then, a bit of minimum brake as we approach into Zakowice. We're also going to be late, just by a minute or so. Right then, let's stop there. Let's apply some more brakes. All the brakes. There we go. Unlock the doors. Excellent. There we go. 23 seconds. Oh, not too bad then. We do have to depart at 7:30. That's fine. We're early. We're on time. We're still doing good. Right then, let's get the doors closed and ready to go. So, close the doors. Go back into the front. Release the brakes.
Ready for departure.
There we go. And we can go now. Let's do it. Here we go. Up to 40 kilometers an hour because we're restricted for some reason. And then we can go max speed. for the final 3 kilometers to Koluszki. There we go. I'm really enjoying this. This is a great little DLC. Oh, we're going a bit too quick here. Far too quick. Apply some more brakes. I forgot it was 40. It's alright. Yeah, slowly does it over the points. I'm guessing we're probably being like diverted around. To be fair as well, we're crossing a lot of different paths here, so because we're doing that, it'd be naturally a lower speed limit. So we're veering off the left here, so I'm guessing that goes somewhere else. That looks more mainline, so are we going up a different way? Is it like single track running? Right then, we can get up to 60 kilometers an hour. Let's do it, let's do it. It keeps you on your toes, you need to pay attention to what you're doing. Right, there we go, just over 60 kilometers an hour. I'm really enjoying this. What I really like is that it's kind of like an extension of the current map. So if you look at the map on the SimRail Wikipedia page or whatever it is, you can see there's a big network, and it's what, hundreds and hundreds of kilometers. It's a massive map. It's ridiculous how big it is. And to be fair, I'm surprised how cheap this map DLC was. You know, it was a tenner for me, which when I saw it was advertised, I thought it was going to be at least 25-30 quid. But it's a lot cheaper, so who knows? Who knows, maybe we'll see some more in future. Right then, we're just around the corner from Koluszki, so 1.75 kilometers. So yeah, the price of this is insane. What, a tenner for 130 kilometers. That is, it's pretty decent. And I'm really looking forward to the future of SimRail. I am, because, you know, they're building up this network, which is a complete different experience to what we've already got in train simulators. You know, this is going to be like its own little network that you can do all sorts of different scenarios and stuff, and obviously the multiplayer as well. So it's kind of like a nice little niche. Personally, I would like to see something like that in the UK, like a nice big network. That'd be really nice, but I like that there's Poland railways that we can drive, and a nice big network as well. Right, we can start slowing down because we're approaching into Koluszki, so let's get down to 40 kilometers because we're going way too quick around this corner. Oh, it's a nice busy station here. We've got a couple of trains on the platform, and there's some freight on the left hand side as well. Yeah, this is really nice and busy. Right, we're going over here, so we've got a couple of trains over there. I think there's something else coming in over there as well. One thing I definitely need to do is upgrade my graphics. I think I need to mess around with stuff, but it's run pretty well so far. I've had no complaints. It's also quite interesting because all the trains look like they're straight out of the 80s and the 90s, so I wonder if that's just how the DLC is meant to be. Anyway, we're approaching into Koluszki, and that was a good bit of fun. I really enjoyed this. Right, let's apply some brakes, full brakes, because we don't want to spad. Not now, we've done so well. We've done so well. There we go. This is Koluszki. Right then, let's get outside and have a little run round, shall we? So this is Koluszki. This is kind of like a key station, I think. Key like intermediate station. So if there wasn't city services, they would stop here. And there we go. That was a first look at the brand new Lords to Warsaw DLC in SimRail. I really enjoyed that. That's a good bit of fun. I have got to admit, this EM57 was really fun to drive. It kind of helped that it was like pre-set up when we jumped into it, but yeah, it was a good bit of fun to drive this. And of course, yeah, let me know in the comments what you think about this DLC if you've played it, and also what you'd also like to see from SimRail in future. And yeah, now that we've safely made it here to Koluszki, I'm going to leave that video there. So thank you all for watching this video. I've been Richie, and I'll hopefully see you all next time. Bye bye.